IG versus Pain. And if you thought this game that we just saw was quick, IG gave Pain a dumpstering. So they are currently up 1-0 over in the other group.
I thought you were going to say gave him the hands again.
Gave them I mean, they did. They gave him everything.
They gave him the hands, the feet, few knees.
Yep, a headbutt. Have you guys ever headbutted someone? It's actually, people say when you headbutt someone it hurts. It really doesn't. Maybe I just have a big noggin.
Maybe you were under the influence, Grant.
When was the last time you headbutted
When
somebody?
when did you headbutt somebody? Tell us about it.
In the 2002 World Cup Finals.
Actually, it has been a while. You're right. Maybe I was a younger man, in my prime. Now I'm a frail old guy.
You want to know my favorite memory about you, Grant?
No.
Before you sold out?
not especially, but go. Really.
You were, it was TI2. I think it was
no,
TI2.
we're good.
I missed the old Grant.
Cut the mic.
Cut him off, please. Okay, is it bad?
No, it wasn't
Okay,
that
go
bad.
on.
It was like TI2. I had no idea who anybody was.
Yeah.
Because nobody really knew. And you and Boba were the only people that posted photos of yourselves on the NA Dota forums.
Yeah.
Boba did it as a side note to quit NA Dota. He's like, here's who I really am, you clowns, and we all photoshopped him as a clown and stuff.
Yeah. Old Sam Spalding.
But it was I knew it was Grant, but I had never talked to him before. And I just hear him, there's a crowd around Sing Sing because he was at this TI. And Grant, I think, was slightly inebriated, and he just kept shouting at him nonstop about how he roached him, level 1 roached him.
Yep. On Heroes of New Earth, I remember I stood in for SK Gaming, level 1 roast, Dirty Mind, Sing Sing, as well as Jerix was on the team at the time. I bodied him, and I remember Sing Sing. I actually remember that because Sing Sing, it was Sexy Bambo was right next to him, and he loved it. He's like, dude, yeah, get Sing Sing, get him. He just kept egging me on, even though it was his teammate. Yeah, it was something special. And we're missing. We got some invisible heroes here.
Yeah, what?
We do. They don't. Yeah, we're
right
good.
side.
Yeah, my bad. Thanks, Blitz.
What Brewmaster?
Yeah,
that's a pick I didn't quite expect to see. I thought we were just going to see the Mirana again. Ogre Mirana is a sick duo, but
I guess you clear CK illusions. You can dispel the frost
the
shields.
dispel is so nice.
Yeah.
Plus, all of your mischance is really nice against the CK2. I think if you're going to pick the CK, you probably also have to have some ideas around how to play against them too.
Yeah.
Plus, it deters the Omni pick. I think it's just a good overall hero in this game.
Yep.
The only thing I'm concerned is you're still very susceptible to getting bursted as Brew in this game.
Yeah, they have 3 really nice heroes to just blow you up. Plus, the instant lift of Rubik is always really nice.
I mean, you just have 3 disabled. We have a lot of disables on both teams this game. I mean, NIP, they really didn't have any last game, and they're like, yeah, we might need to turn that around. The bristleback Omni cores.
If it turns into it, I'd kind of like to see an OD, if it's a good OD game. Just because I always like having a secondary, a saving mechanism from a core when I'm playing a hero like Brewmaster. And I do think it's good versus Chaos Knight.
Ooh, the Willow. And that's an instant mag, man. 178, they definitely just have these plans in their mind because they instant pick their 4th pick in both games now.
So this is a core mag, right?
It should be, yeah.
We've not seen the core mag be very successful, at least in the qualifiers. I think
No.
Pretty much every time it was a core, we all felt like it could have just been a support. And
it was the same way at ESL.
Yeah.
It lost every game as core. I think it won 1 game as core mag. I think out of 8 or 9, but it ended up winning 2 games as a 4 mag. That's what Alliance did is the shift.
Yeah, they played it back to back, right? They played it a 3 and then a 4 the next game, and the 4 went a lot better.
They got handled when it was a 3.
Yeah.
So why mag
so useless?
So confidently too? They must have a plan with this last pick, right?
I'm curious.
It helps your CK farm, I guess. Lets them scale more, but
if you think CK outcarries in this game, then yeah, it's fine. You've already taken out all the other cores that are sick against it. Gyro's gone.
Oh wow.
Void's gone, so you take Necrophos. Okay.
Nice.
I like that pick a lot here.
Yep. More than I believe that'll. They don't have last pick again though on NIP, so I'm not a fan of Necro 4th if you don't have last pick. Now you're lacking a lot of physical damage as well. I love Dark Will. I actually like seeing that here. I'm glad we get to see it more and more now because it felt like at TI, right? It was 2 people playing it pretty much, but we're seeing it a little bit more now. I know Biver just spams that hero a ton, so maybe that's why. But I don't know. A lot of crowd control, decent in lane now.
It's one of the few heroes that, because you have this defensive Shadow Realm, you can play against Chaos Knight okay.
Can't do anything.
You can't do anything with... Yeah, I was going to say it's a Zeus game. Because they don't have any gap closers. It matches up against Necrophos.
I think it's fine for either side. The only problem with like last picking is you're gonna get counterpicked if they have overall.
Yeah,
like, I think it'd be fine on either side. If NIP has it, it's a good CK like way to deal with CK and Mag. Mag never gets to blink RP.
They have no physical damage though right now. I guess the brew,
yeah,
but
their
that
lineup
doesn't really
has
count.
Again, it's a lineup that I feel like has to sustain and wants a longer, drawn-out team fight. Is how this lineup has to operate, pretty much.
So we saw...
You look concerned.
I am concerned.
You think it's going to be like game... We're just going to run it back?
I don't know. So the Necro, is he going mid this game? Like, is this the Gunner hero? Is this safe lane?
I could see Gunner playing like Pugna or something.
Yeah, I think Skeeter almost always plays the Necro.
I feel like you want another form of initiation, though, with your Brew. Like, I really like having 2 jumps with a hero like Brew or Sand King.
Oh, they banned the Pugna.
Okay, so they take Shaker?
The Gunner Shaker, I assume.
Of course. Man, what a good Rubik game.
It is a very good...
Jesus.
They're just like keep picking heroes he likes stealing. He's like, all right, well, they're already committed now.
If I was 178, I'd take some hero with jump. Like, I could see a Storm or a Quap or something like that. But they take Invoker.
Quaswex Invoker.
Oh, that's a really nice way to deal with the...
Oh, MP is so good this game.
That's good versus Bo. Like, how does middle go versus the Earthshaker then? Because obviously you can stop him from getting like all the range creeps with Cold Snap, right? You just Cold Snap him, hit him, can't last hit.
Yeah, but Earthshaker gets to get free denies too.
True.
Okay.
Because I'm very curious to why. Like, after watching Pikachu just kind of honestly handle Gunner last game, I'm curious to see how this matchup's going to go. Melee versus a range. Obviously, the range, he doesn't do that much damage as an Invoker level 1, but...
I'm just really not sure about this Mag pick. That just feels out of character for how 178 played game 1.
I agree.
But they do have...
And we've just not seen success with the core Mag.
I think they still have a lot of team fight, though. And they have pretty good initiation. It feels like they just want their cores to like run into start fights.
Mm-hmm.
I do like this Earthshaker pick. I felt like NIP. I don't think Brew, you want him to be like the solo initiator. I don't think it's very good when you force your Brew to start every fight and you have no way to follow up.
Especially against all these disables on the 178 side that we talked about.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you can't solely rely on the Brew to start fights with you. It's like the same thing as like the Sand King problem, where you rely on your Sand King and like start fights with Epicenter. It's just never going to happen.
ES is also really good against CK. So.
Yeah. I mean, I like their lineup better. I think it still has a lot of the same problems as game 1, but at least they have Shaker this time. Like, they have a way to start a fight this time.
My biggest concern is that the Invoker can just screw up every team fight because they're all really susceptible. I think it's going to be a Quaswex or Invoker, and that build is like really disruptive to heroes like Earthshaker and Brewmaster. I hate playing against Invoker.
Have you seen an XOR Invoker in a while? In like a pro game?
It's been a hot minute for me.
Yeah. There was one, maybe in the qualifiers or something.
Yeah.
Which quals?
Maybe European quals or something.
You casted the EU quals?
Yeah.
People still favoring NIP.
Yeah.
Well, they are up in gold currently, so they got the little advantage. God, I really hate that set.
The Kid Invoker?
Yeah, like
the
Dark
worst was when
Artistry plus Goku hair is fire, and then you just... What?
The worst was when it first got released.
Yeah.
And like every game is a garbage Kid Invoker who's never played the hero before.
Well, I'm playing 4-position Invoker. Skill Sunstrike first? What the hell? What the hell?
Oh, man.
We're going to see another pretty normal 3 top from the Dire, 3 bottom from the Radiant. 2 healing potions on the Mag. He really just wants to get experience. Healing salve, pardon me. Have you guys ever drinking a salve?
It's okay. You've been playing a lot of WoW, Grant.
Yeah.
No.
Me either.
That honestly sounds like a hipster restaurant thing.
Yeah, I'll take the bacon cheeseburger with a salve, please.
Side of salve,
Side of
please.
salve, thank you.
Sounds gross, actually.
Well,
Good invasion.
Yep.
Yep, got 3.
It's big.
Already off to a better start here. Getting some good harass out, too.
I think they're going to win the Necrophos lane against Mag.
They definitely should win
That's
that.
not a
And
good
then
win.
I think, like, Chaos Knight, it's the same thing with Omni Knight. When you talk about that matchup, like, you have heroes that are that can do well against it, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win the lane. Because Chaos Knight, like, one of his best features is that it's very difficult to win the lane against him.
But a lot better. It's not like because before last draft, we were like, yep, all 3 lanes, easy wins. This game, obviously, middle lane can go either way, I think. Bottom lane should go NIP, top 178. A lot more even just coming out of the draft.
Yeah, I think Gunnar needs to, he's got to redeem himself a little bit.
I don't know. Can mid go either way? I feel like you can only really just maybe go even as Earthshaker.
Yeah.
Or lose the lane.
You just can't die. That's the big thing, is like once he died, it made his lane really hard.
I feel like it's just better, though, because, right, last game they had, Coddle and Rubik. This game, right, if Earthshaker gets a good Fisher and you have the Dark Willow rotate middle, you actually have a chance for a kill this game.
Yeah.
Oh, they're getting aggressive here with the help of this Dark Willow. Diving happy under the tower.
Yeah, they're not going to lose all 3 lanes as hard as they did last game. Like, last game was...
Looks like they should trade in this top lane, win the bottom lane, and then mid's, so far going really well for ES. Quaswex Invoker, not a great CSer.
You're going to run out of regen, though, is the problem on the Shaker. Eventually...
He's already had to ferry a full set of tangos and the salve.
Oh, the ranged creep. Denied. Still one of the best feelings in Dota.
What?
Denying a range creep.
Yeah, it is.
It really is.
It's
It just
really
feels
impactful,
good.
too,
It
in
is.
lane.
Uh-oh.
Well, Biver getting caught out here.
Only a what? If
He's
that was
chill.
2 seconds, he's dead. Gets the good roll.
Lucky boy.
It is funny. Chaos Knight's really not that chaotic anymore. Like, he only has very...
It's like slightly
yeah,
chaotic.
he's like kind of chaotic.
Yeah, I mean,
Knight.
compared to old Chaos
Yeah.
Strike level 1.
He just ruined his lane.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that?
No.
He did. I did. Yeah.
All right, so he picks up the regen, and
Yeah.
he obviously is going to get caught by Earthshaker. He's faster.
Yeah.
So then he pops Ghost Walk,
and just
ruined
gets
his
hit by the
mana.
and then he
enchant
gets hit
totem.
by an enchant, so he loses
No
all his
mana,
mana.
yeah.
So it
Ghost
was actually
Walk is
worse for him.
super expensive.
Dude, he actually might have just lost the lane there. It's crazy.
Oh.
Skeeter.
Skeeter might be giving up the first blood
Wow.
here. He will.
Okay, so
So they
That-
skewer him back into tower.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
looks
had
like
to
the
be a
skewer.
telekinesis skewer.
And that's just good, like, awareness, because they knew Peter was actually over in the jungle. They didn't even have a ward, but they knew. Like,
And that's
Yeah.
a lane passively they were going to win. You can see the Necrophos was almost doubling the mag in CS.
Yeah. You definitely should body that lane.
yeah, I
That's
don't.
a really big mistake.
That is literally the only way you can die
Yeah.
as Necro.
And with the Ogre off pulling, I believe, as well.
yeah.
You just have to be careful in that one moment. Don't be greedy.
Just don't get skewered into the tower. That's all.
It sounds so easy when you put it that way. And now things going from bad to worse, potentially for an IP. They're going to lose Universe here. They're unable to get the counter kill on the Lich.
Wow, this happened in a hurry.
Yeah, it really did. What the hell?
They're winning in CS, but it's
Yeah.
not going to matter if you give up these kills.
So if you're middle Ursha, what's the build on that hero now? Is it still pretty much like Bracer, Phase Boots, or Treads into Ags? I don't know if there's been like much of a change.
No, I think the overall build is still the same.
Okay.
I think sometimes your skill builds can change based off of what your matchup is.
Yeah, but the items are normally...
Yeah.
You just need that initiation. Especially as Blitz said, like when you have the Panda, you want a secondary initiator, and Ags Ursha is pretty good at that.
It feels really nice having some other way to jump in a fight, so that if your one way of jumping fails, like you always have a backup.
Okay. I've got one question for the new patch. How much damage are they taking off Bassi, do you think? Because it's +8 right now.
Honestly, why does it do damage?
That's the question.
That's for me, like,
Yeah.
It's just been a mechanic of Dota for so long.
yeah.
It was like, +6 for like 5 years
man.
or something.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of harass going out.
For me, like, I would say take off the damage
Just
entirely.
completely? Then don't you think no one will buy it, though?
Well, you
Well,
give it
Vlad.
something else in
Okay.
return, right?
This is, I mean, it's going real good for 178. They can just farm, like, the one lane they should lose, that real bad bottom one.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Biver might be going down here, trying to man fight, and
The Centaur helped him out.
Yeah.
Dude,
Little
that's
assistance.
bias.
Yes. That's Centaur.
Let's see. Are they going to be able to get the bounty advantage here?
Oh,
CK?
nice.
Too fast.
He's getting both.
Dude, that was so good. He didn't even take the time to get his own, and he went to get the Radiance first. It's really smart.
Nicely done by
Did
Palantino.
NIP get 2? I think NIP got
so,
2.
Yeah. They got the 2 bottom.
Correct. Skater got both.
Feels so good to be called correct by the Grant himself.
Correct, LD.
The grandest of grants.
The grand. Slightly less grand.
Yeah.
There's no other grants out there that are as grand as this one on the couch with us.
There's no other grants in Dota, are there?
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone, watches the one and they're like, that's enough.
That's all we need. Ooh.
Is there any other?
Some guy called Grant is
Yeah.
like trying to be a commentator. He's like, oh no.
There's like 18 Davids.
Yeah.
There's never enough Davids.
Yeah.
Even
Probably
Coddle
doesn't-
Guy is a David. He's
Yeah.
Dakota David Cox.
Okay.
Dude, I meant a David with a Y instead of his I in his name.
What?
Yeah, that... Didn't know how to feel. I kind of liked
That's
it.
not a real David.
Oh, okay.
Gotta tell you,
Damn, all Davids with Ys out there. You're not real.
Yeah. I'm gatekeeping David,
Yeah.
okay?
All right, still just 3-1, less than 1,000 gold lead, going a lot better for NIP this game. But once again, you don't have a true, right? NIP's been doing that in all the tournaments. They don't ever have like a true official carry, right? Like Necro's not like a quote unquote void TB whatever.
Yeah.
Last game as well, he played a Bristleback, and that's just NIP style right now. We'll see.
Is that a European thing?
I think it's a Peter thing,
What?
but I don't know.
What?
The not having
mean-
like an official carry.
Yeah.
You mean as
Like
far as
Hero.
like not
Splitting your farm a lot more.
Yeah, they're
compared
just
to-
getting like a TB or like
I don't
IG
think
just
that's a
picked
EU
void.
thing.
I think
Like,
it's just
okay.
Peter.
I'm just
Like,
wondering.
look
'cause
at
X-Liquid
Alliance.
and Secret? Yeah, well, that's a good point.
Yeah,
He's
Alliance,
always a
like-
hard carry, Nico
Yeah,
Baby.
Nico Baby is not like a the way that he plays Dota is actually really funny because I imagine he just like, not that he actually does this, but he just yells at his team like, yo, somebody's buying Solar Crest, I'm getting buffed some way or another, I'm getting some mag and power or something like that, and I'm going to carry you guys.
But he doesn't just AFK farm. Like, he has that perfect blend of, like, coming to
Yeah,
fights.
he's
and
a very, very good
I mean,
player.
it's him and like
Scaling it
Hector,
like
right?
that.
I think those two play very similar.
The thing is, if you farm a lot, but you end up winning your team the game, like you actually
Yep.
do something with the farm, then I don't care.
That's probably why he's been so successful on LAN too. It's like you play an online game with him, he says stuff like that. You're like, I'm not sacrificing my game to help you out.
Yeah.
But then you meet him in LAN, and he just gives you the stare, the death stare,
Yeah.
that he had with like the knife
Yep.
and stuff. And it's like you look at it, Dare. This guy's got like a neck tattoo, man.
Yeah,
like
that's
I'm not arguing with him. Yes,
That's
sir.
my favorite photo.
I'm absolutely giving you Solar Crest. Oh, he's got a fresh one too.
He does?
Yeah,
New tattoo?
not with a knife this time.
Oh, a new photo?
This time with a gun.
Oh, I've seen that one. Yeah,
He's really playing into it. I like it.
that's smart.
It's a good brand thing.
Yeah.
Let me say though, NIP, this is definitely like a unique thing to this team.
Yes.
It's just like have a bunch of cores that can fight rather than any
Farm.
one that particularly farms.
But as you said, right, they've played this exact style at 2 lands and hasn't been successful. But it's hard, right? As a captain, you can't just all of a sudden we have a tournament in 1 week. We can't change everything.
So there's one thing about this. Me and Cap were on the bus with them, and I think they said they were actually going to take a break, like a small break.
Oh yeah, they weren't gonna boot camp before the minor because they just played back to back.
Yeah.
Those two events were the
We're the boot camp.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Interesting.
sometimes you see it work out, right? Like, I mean, we saw Dream League, right? Demon Slayers literally didn't play 1 game together and got 2nd place. It's odd.
They've been giving
He's
up some
gone.
gunner kills here in the mid lane. He gets pulled back in by the Sinister Gaze. Couple more auto attacks will be
gets
enough for
stunned.
the kill. They might lose Pikachu in return. Going to try to ghost walk away.
Nah,
But
they
they've got the
him.
vision. Might be
He's
too
quick.
fast.
He is quick.
There's a stun. No, they
Not
definitely
quite
got
that
him, guys. I don't know what you guys are.
Well, I think
Yeah.
if he didn't split, they might not have got him, but
He
it's
was going to
committed.
split for that.
Pretty big commitment. Can
They're
they
gonna hit
get a
mid
tower
too.
off of this?
They're not getting the tower, but the
Get a
kill
little
is
chip
good.
damage in.
Yeah.
Got him. It's always good to commit those big ultis right when you're at level 6, especially as an offlaner. But this
You know-
guy, empowered CK farming.
I was still thinking about the whole playing the LAN tournaments is your boot camp. How do you feel when your boot camp, quote unquote boot camp, doesn't go well? Like it has a legit outcome which is bad, and then you're gonna go and take a break. Like
You feel great because everyone's going to underestimate you. It's all part of the
okay,
plan,
okay.
Austin. This, however, I don't know. I don't know if that game 1 was part of the plan.
I've never thought about boot camps going poorly though, and
But
like
they do.
the end outcome being like, oh, we just are continually losing, and now it's time to.
Yeah, but I guess the thing is, if you keep losing, right, that's really bad team morale. Like if you're just boot camping, you're just gonna get mad at each other, right? Like if you lose that much, but you got to practice.
You hear about it before TI, where teams are boot camping and just like losing all their scrims, and teams underestimate them sometimes going into the group stage.
Well,
or they just get dumpstered and eliminated.
Not a core over. This is an okay death. 4 people rotate down bottom. Now that NIP knows that.
That was an extra ancient creep that just wandered into his triangle.
Hey.
It's like, oh, hey, that's a black dragon right there. Thanks.
And they are stacking like crazy with this mag.
And now look at that. The Betway odds are super even.
They don't have NIP's lineup isn't like fast tempo enough in this like 10 to 20 minute window to really invade.
That's the problem.
So the way that we saw the mag, actually the way that mag was countered was you would just straight up ALK. I remember I told Cap about this. I was like, if he was like, when do you pick ALK here? I was like, I think if you ever see mag on the enemy team, you just snap pick ALK.
I will say I think ALK is one of the worst heroes right
Even
now.
with the nerf to the mono region.
I think that just killed the hero.
So
how do you pick it into a Quaswex Invoker? You literally have no mana the entire game.
That would be rough.
I think that hero's so bad now. I mean, I could be wrong.
What?
Dude, I played against Monkeys Forever and Z-Freak who were playing off-lane ALK. They're on some kick playing off-lane ALK. It did not work at all.
Gunnar in trouble has been the story of the
Nice
series
juke.
for him. The jukes, though, he's going to hide in the trees.
Well
TP
done,
out.
well
See you later, nerds. Gets right out. But Skeeter, maybe not so lucky. They're going to pull him onto the high ground. How unfortunate.
Good terrorize. That can actually maybe buy him out.
Oh,
He stole the terrorize.
Wow.
Doesn't really help him here, though. That might.
He's going to stay alive through all this. Ogre coming in. PPD. Even the Centaur's getting involved. Chain Frost bouncing wildly. That'll get the PPD kill. Biver juke his way out using the Fog of War.
Wow.
NIP pulling out all the stops just to not completely chain feed here.
I think. I mean, Universe free farm bottom. I think they're happy with it. It's once again just Peter dying for the greater good because the gold lead's shifted back now.
Closing in on the blink here on the brew.
Wait, we thought you guys. On a side note, you guys think ALK is a terrible hero?
I do. I don't know. They didn't say terrible. I think ALK's a terrible hero. I really do.
I just watched it like.
I'm opinionated. You know.
No, I agree. I think ALK is still broken.
Oh, that is okay.
I'm just not sure if offlane ALK is a thing.
Oh, offlane ALK is
okay,
terrible.
Blitz, why do you think ALK's like in a game like this? You think ALK would have been good on NIP?
I think the reason why like ALK is good against mag lineups is because what you want to do with mag lineups is you want to slow down the pace of the game. Like you want to chill and let your hard carry hit neutral creeps like nonstop. That's what that really feels really nice. But like when you have ALK on the other side, like he doesn't allow you to do that because by passively being in the game, you have pressure on you.
Yeah.
Like by the time you're hitting neutral creeps, like this ALK has Radiance and then he gets BKB and then he gets AC. And I actually think like none of the illusion heroes like playing against Radiance cores.
Yeah.
Like you get Manta or like you have CK, you don't really want to build MKB like second, third item. So you have to get BKB, but I feel like ALK's BKB timing is just better than yours.
I agree with that. But I do think Chaos Knight is good versus ALK.
Yeah, I think so too.
But yeah.
I think CK, I think that's maybe one of the reasons why you don't just like snap pick the ALK there. Because I do think like I agree with you to a certain extent too, Grant. Like the Quaswex Invoker and the like I think the CK matches up like well overall.
I wanted you to just call him a dumbass and say ALK would be great.
I'd be fine.
I'm kind of disappointed.
Opinions are what make the world go round, my friend. That and money, but that money.
Is that what makes the world go round?
I guess it is now. The stolen terrorize, still holding on to it. Gets them out.
Grant,
that's a real millennial thing, by the way. Like opinions make the world go round. Like I have an opinion and it's important. Like.
This is looking good for NIP, though. They took the Tier 1 top. They're going to take this Tier 1 mid from the looks of things. They can start to invade that jungle, really restrict the room for this mag lineup to farm. They're going to have... I think they have the blink now on the brew, or he's very close.
I'm actually surprised they didn't try to defend that Tier 1 middle like you said, because they can invade the jungle. They
got the extra
kill.
time?
They did. It looked like they wouldn't, and then some little burst came in.
They are taking advantage of this time where... Yeah. Because they know, like, this is the problem with having mag on your team, is it slows down the pace of the game like crazy. It's pretty much
Mag core especially.
Because you have two cores who don't want to do anything.
Yeah, you don't have a playmaker from your off lane.
It's not just that; it's the skill build. I think that really hurts you the most because you only have like 2 points in everything else. You have to max in power first, and so now you have this core that simply can't farm himself. He can't deter pushes. Like if you have max shockwave there, it's harder to push that lane. You're always gonna kill the range creep.
But then at that point, like, what's the point of picking Magnus?
Yeah.
You know.
Whoa.
It's
What's
just
up,
like
Mags?
really.
Speaking of Mag,
It's a very telegraphed playstyle.
Jesus.
he's getting the
He's cool.
skewered.
He's cool.
He's
Yeah.
good. Skewer up to the high ground though.
That
He'll be
was
just fine.
I don't
He
know.
has that early hood.
Nobody tried to get in front of him.
Yeah.
PPD now in too deep, and Palantimos collecting the kill.
That just seemed like a team breakdown. Like Gunner probably didn't need to let it rip right there, unless you're gonna like get the kill.
Let it rip.
Let it rip. And now he's letting it
speaking of
rip.
letting it rip. They do catch out this Lich, though. They're going to split for it, try to turn the fight around. Meanwhile, on the
Biver.
backside, staying alive, Biver. No.
Nope.
Is going to drop.
Don't make the attempt.
Do lose the Lich for this, though.
Can he get +1 with the Storm Panda?
He's drawing. Oh, he might.
Oh!
No!
Got him.
And the skewer got on cooldown, but the
But he's
Panda.
too far away.
Not going to go for it.
Let me say, by the way, I think Universe this season, despite like all of NIP struggles, this guy's been sick.
Yeah.
He's playing real well.
Especially because he pretty much took 6 months off plus.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Yep.
They're going to catch up Pikachu here. Can they run him down? Cold Snap with the urn.
Where's your echo
Trying to get
now,
back
Gunner?
to safety.
He really would have loved it there.
Yeah.
The
Now
rather
he's
non-threatening Mag
Terras?
lumbering in.
Nice.
Nice. All right, this game is just reset on reset on
It
reset.
is, yeah. Especially if the Rubik gets the steal of that.
Oh, is PPD dead again? No, he's fine. Necrophos is there with.
The biggest concern is that this is kind of a single core Chaos Knight lineup against a Necrophos who loves single core lineups, right?
Yeah. Because at some point you'll get your ulti off.
Yeah. So I think he kind of has to go BKB.
Pretty early on.
Yeah.
I will say Skeeter's done a really good job of keeping up with the farm against an empowered CK. Only 1,000 down.
He's done a good job.
It's because they have the tower advantage, right?
Yeah.
And also, he's able to farm wherever he wants because he knows he's not getting punished for it. Like,
I mean, what's your initiation? Like a Cold Snap into
Yeah.
Tornado?
he's always going to get Shroud off.
And Mag is going pipe, so they're going to try to counter that Necro and keep him alive if they go on the CK.
They're really all-inning on the CK. They don't have too much damage on their mag.
How close are we to the Spirit Vessel on Invoker?
Still pretty close.
Yeah, a
1,000.
little bit more.
How's the Midas up to? Man.
Mag's almost up for the Earthshaker.
Oh.
That adds a lot of playmaking.
Big Num is in deep here.
Yeah, he sure is. Oh, he steals it. He's doing a lot of damage, but it won't be enough. It won't.
Just giving a little space for the CK to keep on farming.
And it's pretty much this game. As you said, there's supports are pretty much just throwing their lives away to push out lanes or get wards up. Vlad's next on Brew.
So with it being a one-core lineup versus a Necro, you guys, is there like a timing window here where they have to make a move with the CK?
I think once he gets BKB.
Yes, they have to take towers with
Yes.
the BKB, right? And then maybe they try and... I'm not sure if you could take a Roshan fight against that much team fight of Nip.
I think you get the BKB, you take towers, and then you get the heart, and that's when you really that's your true. Just like last game. I mean, that's just CK's peak. When he gets the heart, like second or third item, that is his true peak.
Especially with this Empower.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be bopping.
But it is really the main hero in these team fights that's going to matter because most likely you're losing your illusions or they're just getting chain stunned and nuked down, especially against the Shaker. Last game, it felt like his whole army was up pretty much the entire team fight.
Fortunately, they've got some really good quick reaction spells against the Ags Earthshaker. They've got Tornado and Telekinesis, both which are pretty good. Maybe Lich can get in his stare. But with this many stuns, it only takes 1 small second of grabbing that Earthshaker as he tries to jump in.
He
and then
needs
you're
a
gonna have to
BKB
follow up
too.
Disables, yeah.
Okay, well, it's not technically off topic. So
Yeah.
Medusa, when you stare at her, you get frozen. So is
Turn to
Lich
stone.
just a cool how am I gonna say? Is Lich a Gorgon? Because, like, an empowered one, because they stare at you, but they even get more infected by your stare than what a Medusa would do.
Medusa doesn't force you to look at her, though.
True.
No,
but that's why I think it's an improved.
Lich terrifies you. You can't look away because
Yeah,
it's
also-
so...
Lich
it's
does
like a
this
train
thing, he
wreck?
goes,
He gives
look
you-
into my eye! And then you're like, oh!
gives you the Voldemort.
Okay. Okay, I'm just checking because I could see that in some deep dark lore. You know, the Lich and Medusa like had a kid or something. I don't know.
Now they're having kids. Okay,
Yes.
I don't even know how that
Where's
would work.
Slacks at?
I forgot. Yeah, Slacks. Oh no.
Slacks is having a seizure right now. He's like, what do you mean?
Yeah, you
this
guys
lore?
have the two best lore people here.
No, wait.
Are you counting yourself as one of the two
Are you
best lore
serious?
people?
They literally called me Lore Master Grant back in the day, back in middle
What
school.
day are we talking about?
Grant,
We
Slacks,
Middle
called him
school?
Lore Master at the European qualifiers. Not that went very well.
Grant, Slacks is shaking his head. Yes, he agrees with you completely.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
He just agrees with discussion of lore, whether
Yep.
it's good or bad.
No, he said that Lich is a Gorgon.
Yeah.
Slacks said that Lich is a Gorgon.
He is not a Gorgon.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
That's
you
what
wanna
Slacks
argue-
said.
LD?
You're arguing with the Lore
He's a
Master?
Lich.
The second Lore Master.
He's a Lich.
Time to
Lich
get
is
him
a
on the cast.
species.
No, I honestly trust Slacks and Grant on this more than you.
Sorry, LD. the mob's spoken.
Chat, back me up, please.
For me, it's cool. One's for LD, two's for Grant.
All right.
3-2-2 for...
For this young man on the Invoker.
Oh, that's not the Rubik.
That's Pikachu just going down. Yeah, that's a nice kill.
All right, they got the BKB.
Wait, he's going Orchid on CK. No heart.
Ooh.
Different.
I guess that's his Shaker and Necrophos counter.
So
and
all these
and
cores should go
Brewmaster.
BKB then.
Yeah.
I do like
Well, I think on...
Yule's on the Necro.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Necros.
he's going to go the Son of Doom build then. He has to if you go Bloodthorn here.
Yeah.
He's
you know
going
about
the
the
what?
Son of Doom build?
No, I would love for you to
It's
explain
Owen's
it.
build where when it
I'm
first
already
came out,
uninterested after you said it's Owen's build, but go on.
Owen called it the Son of Doom build where you go Bloodthorn and Nullifier. So it's like you're doomed.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, so he can be the son of Doom, but Lich can't be the
Lich
son of
can't
Gorgon.
The husband of Medusa.
Gorgon, yeah. Okay.
BKB reveal, and they're going to look to jump here. Can they bring down the Shaker, though?
See ya.
Hopping away to the low
Bye-bye.
ground. See ya, nerd.
That's bad. Real bad for 178.
Yeah, that's
What
like
happened
a
to all
BKB.
their instant disables? Did they not have telekinesis, gaze, or cold snap there?
I think they were very far behind. The CK like popped his
Ugh.
BKB and ran in by himself.
By the
'Cause,
way,
I believe when Lich gets off gaze, you'll stop him in his place and he'll go back to the ground
Okay.
where you grabbed him.
So if you had Aether Lens and he was hopping over the cliff, he would you'd still catch him at its peak point.
Oh, they're going to commit here. They get that PPD kill. Now they're going to look for the Brewmaster. Can they focus him down? They can. Universe done. Killing spree.
run away!
Oh my god, it's
Stolen
still
away.
bouncing.
And Skeeter now tries to retreat, but gets lured back in by that Sinister Gaze into the RP. Into the CK damage. Can they turn this around with the Terrorize? Tries to make it out with the Shroud. Not a lot of healing, though. It seems just a matter of time before Palantimos will finish him off.
all right, so they finally brought their CK to fights. They were expecting this to happen. The only reason you play like this is because you anticipate one fight to look like this.
And that was weird because NIP is like, okay, CK doesn't have BKB, let's go. But it was only PPD and Universe. They really didn't expect all 5 from 178, I guess. And I don't want to say, but that's kind of the classic NIP this season. They actually do pretty well. And then, the first true, they just feed away. And all of a sudden, your Necro's kind of bad because he's going for those Radiants, but now he's pretty far away still. I don't know.
They do feel a little out of sync.
They do, for sure.
You can't have, as a Necrophos, you can't lose the rest of your team. You want to be the person gone on.
Yeah.
Because you have so many reset abilities with the Shroud and the Yules.
And you have, no mobility, so if, you're not
Yeah.
there, well, you're not there.
You're going to, if it comes to that position where you get 1-on-3 like that, they'll kill you.
Yeah.
You need the team backup. And with the DD from Gunner, they're going to think this is enough.
Jumping on the high ground, he's going to catch out the little Lich.
Now, let's see, do they want to go for the tier 2 or do they want to go for some other heroes?
Well, Phantasm's down. I think maybe you take that, top tower or something.
Didn't we see NIP have speaking of non-carries, they had that game against VP where neither team could Roche for
Oh, God.
an hour?
That was a broken game.
So it was like game 1. Both teams took the second Roshan of the game fell at 62 minutes. Damn. I've never seen that before.
Oh, well, Brew. He's lifted for quite some time. Nice.
Terrorize reset.
BKB committed here, but this Brewmaster evading everything. He's going to get off the split.
Yeah, but they're not going to get anything out of it.
I think.
So BKB for a Brew split. But can 178 make a move?
I was about to say, you have Phantasm coming.
Did they see?
You definitely
with the Invis Panda?
I think they
he
saw.
He might notice the fact that like he's not seeing
nobody there
with his Storm Panda.
Guys, they all ran into their base.
Else.
They all 5-man TP'd someone. And yeah, they're just out. I think he did see at least. I thought he saw the one hero.
This is a
Rubik stole Bloodlust.
Rush to hit tier 1.
Oh my goodness.
Bloodlusted, empowered CK.
Jesus. Do you get the extra attack speed if you bloodlust yourself as a Rubik?
Did he change his build? I think he's going.
Yeah,
Satanic.
he did. He's going Satanic on CK, and he has it. Oh man, so he's a beefy boy.
No more Son of Doom.
Nope. Son of
Rib.
Status resistance, very annoying for Earthshaker, because your
combo setup.
Your passive is like very well timed with your cast timers. But if status resistance takes away some of that stun duration, then you get screwed on your combo, and he's going to get off BKB.
Remember when strength used to give you?
Yes.
And then you'd play like Centaur, and you get
4 hearts,
and then you just like
literally have 90% stats.
That was so silly.
Yeah.
It was a weird experimental phase of Dota.
Yeah, that was also during the...
Let's just change how stats work.
Wasn't that during the 2-week patches, too? Remember that whole era?
Yeah.
We're going to do a new patch every 2 weeks. Now we're back to the old every patch every 2 years.
All of a sudden, we were throwing out half-baked ideas. Oh, maybe this
you have an odd concept of time, Grant.
Yeah, time is an illusion, as they say.
I'm all with you. I'd like the new patch.
As they say.
2 years might be a slight exaggeration.
As the scholars have put out.
Time is an illusion. Well,
you know my favorite part? Grant really is a lore master in all things, because if you think about it, Grant's ideas on life, they're just like head theories, you know?
They're life lore.
Like, there's no actual, theories of reality.
Oh, they're going to try to commit for the CK. Gets off the BKB, and now looking for Gunnar, who has the BKB as well. That's his 10-second debut.
Both teams super scared to commit.
I kind of feel like J178 has to be a little bit more scared there. Because once your BKB is committed, again, the single core CK problem until your Invoker gets online, like he should be somewhat worried.
Invoker is outfarming this Necrophos.
Yeah, that is
slightly, but I mean, even being even is impressive. As the Ags.
Once he gets like BKB Octarine Refresher, he's gonna be a beast.
Yeah, is there a second power spike for 178, or they're just stronger with that super
once the
farm
Invoker gets 6 slotted.
Yeah.
They have Cataclysm coming in soon.
But I really do think Invoker has like 2 of the best late game skills. Ice Wall and Cataclysm are just insane. Like 5-second BKBs versus Ice Wall are just like game winning. Let's see. They are sitting a lot more together while the Invoker splits up, but I mean, NIP's doing the same.
Smoke here. Oh, there was a ward spotting it out.
And they knew that.
Could be an opening.
That's weird.
Got a munch on that.
They saw that ward in front of them.
Yeah, that's a
30 seconds earlier.
That's whoever's carrying the smoke.
Yes, that's on.
Didn't know. And
leading the way here with that big old CK. Will they get punished for it though? Bramble's coming out. He's going to pull back in the Shaker. Terrorize coming through though. Follow up with the EMP, and can they turn this with the Echo Slam? Palantimo's still very healthy though. They did get a kill, but it's on the Mag, who was not able to drop the RP. The Chain Frost coming through, and the Yule's setup going to bring down Biver. The CK still at full health, and he's king of these smaller engagements.
Did they Reaper Scythe the Mag?
Yes, they did. Okay. I saw that. I guess they just wanted to get the kill and get out, maybe?
They got him before RP, but it's like, how are you killing the CK?
Oh, if he finds him here, he can. Oh, he
having a fish. He's going to connect. Sunstrike. There
you go.
Gunnar done.
Tried. I think he could have jumped farther too,
and hit the shrine. Maybe.
That last
I think he
plank
didn't do the full range.
Yeah.
Isn't the shot going to follow him, though, anyways?
Yeah, but if he gets closer to the shrine, maybe he
activates
activates it fast enough.
Or maybe he activates the shrine and still dies.
True.
That would be the ultimate
Get Spirit Vessel, and he's like, wait a minute.
But yeah, if you're committing Reaper Scythe to anybody else but Chaos Knight, aren't you just saying, like, we're not winning this fight?
Yeah, I think they literally said, we're running away after this kill.
Oh, he's taking some heavy damage here. He's going to pop his Phantasm defensively.
You'd love to have it now.
By the way, you saw the Gunnar couldn't chain stun the Chaos Knight. Like halfway through, he got BKB off.
Satanic.
It's just
There's so many interruptions, from the Invoker by himself, the Sinister Gaze.
Yeah.
We didn't even see an RP there.
I mean, you just straight up can't chain stun.
Very
It's,
annoying. And
really annoying.
he's going for the whole lesson while he's like, let's get even more status resistance.
Oh,
Sure.
God.
Oh, God.
I'm feeling bad if I'm Earthshaker.
Yeah.
Invoker level 25. Not
He's
too
getting
far
there.
off.
He has the
He's got the
Cataclysm.
tome queued up.
Wait, why did he skill Cataclysm at 21, not 20?
Maybe he got 2 levels off of a fight.
But he just skilled it. What?
Let's pause the game and go ask
Maybe
him.
he was thinking about
Yeah,
it.
one set. Yeah, production pause.
Do
the
you
game.
ever
I'm
go
going
the other
upstairs.
talent? Do you ever go the other talent?
No. I
What
don't
is
think-
the other talent?
It's Forge? No, it's Alacrity.
Alacrity,
Alacrity.
damage speed. All right, that would be full committing
Yeah.
to buffing up Chaos
CK,
Knight hardcore.
let's go.
Hey,
Bloodlust,
with the
alacrity,
Bloodlust, why
and
not?
power.
Here comes the Cataclysm, though, doing good damage. BKB.
Oh!
There it is. Huge plays, pulling Universe out of position. Can they finish him off in time? Yes, sirree. Sorry, that was actually PPD, not Universe.
Yeah.
But anyway, they'll get the kill. They'll look for more, and they will find the Necrophos, too.
Man,
God, that RP.
this strat has paid off for them. They all in on the CK, and it is
But now it's at the point where they have, like, their second wind,
yeah.
Like, I think their late game is looking scarier.
I mean, have we seen a single executed combo from Nip yet?
No, sir.
Like, the Chaos Knight has never been really targeted by Reaper Scythe, right?
And they're trying. They're 5-manning almost constantly now. They're going to get another catch here.
Peter
Earthshaker's
just
got to
bought
jump
back.
away to the shrine. And can they bring down this Ogre again? One more hit would do it. Skewering forward. Going for it. The meatball rolling through. PPD still dodging. This Ogre is so agile and elusive still, though. They've lost more, and they've got to buy back here. Trying to turn the fight
They
around.
got the
Universe
Invoker.
is
They got
isolating the
the-
Invoker. He's going to buy back as well.
Dude,
Dude,
Everybody
PPD's baiting them
all
all.
in for this fight. Still at full HP, though, is Palatimos.
But they can't bring down the Chaos Knight.
They don't have
They
the
don't have
Necrophos
Necro.
hold.
Yep.
There's no chance. The CK is too strong at this point.
Like,
They feel-
eventually they're just going to lose the fight because Chaos Knight is too big.
Just lumbering forward.
that-
Gunner, TP, he'll be out of there, but the way to Roche, maybe? Line open.
Yep. That's a free Roche now.
They're not even trying to kill the CK.
I mean, I guess it kind of goes both ways. This is a single core Necrophos game if he is the only answer to Chaos Knight.
Yep.
The core shaker just has not felt very impactful this game.
Yep. And that goes. Oh, can they get him? This would be a dieback. The second core. He's
Double
dead.
support dieback, in fact, it looks like.
That's bad.
That's not good,
Oh,
Grant.
Peter's going down again here, unless he can pull out another amazing juke. Peter, show him why you won TI.
Oh.
Ooh, couldn't quite do it.
He'll do it next life.
Yeah. There's a BKB on Panda. I just don't know what that does, really. That's the problem. It feels like any item you pick up on NIP now, like, does it
doesn't-
really do anything to CK?
It's the damage problem.
Yeah, you just don't. You don't have heroes to deal with it. It's that no physical core lineup from NIP again.
They're so confident that Chaos Knight will never die. He
Yep.
doesn't take the Aegis.
Down.
Everyone was saying Europe should have more slots in the qualifiers, guys, but it's looking like CIS coming up hot here to start the day as they are
they are.
knocking on the front door of a 2-0 victory.
Yep. Who wasted Alacrity, but it's cool.
And this is the replacement team, mind you.
Yeah, they are looking
178
good.
not looking like it, though. Cataclysm raining down. Meatball coming through. They've got a BKB to get out, but the RP there to cancel it. They're going to commit forward. They're going to crit through Gunner, kill him off. He's got buyback. May have to use it now, but still they're going to be supportless. 5v3 for another 10 seconds.
Go, they got
And that's at least a range. Probably a melee as well.
Yeah, I thought they were going to go bottom. No tier 2 down there. Doesn't look like they will. Psych. To bottom. Don't want to get caught running through the base all willy-nilly, I guess.
It's a good phrase. Willy-nilly. Speaking of willy-nilly running, out in front is Pikachu. He might be a surprise Pikachu now, trapped in the corner. Very tanky, though,
He's got
staying
ages,
alive,
too.
and now walking
What?
down like the silence. They're going to try to kill off the Shaker. Will he die back? The Shaker
It's hit.
It gets him.
Oh.
Oh, no.
I don't know
Dead
about that
for
Reaper
90.
Scythe.
I don't know about that
That
Reaper
Reaper
Scythe
Scythe.
either. We already talked about, like,
This.
if you use Reaper Scythe on anyone other than Chaos Knight, you're just not going to win the fight.
And you're using it on an Aegis.
And an Aegis.
Can they kill him anyway, though? Even
Maybe
with
they
the
didn't know he had it.
He's so tanky at
Maybe
this
they
point.
didn't. And this game, we might see the G's getting dropped here. Cause
I think the G's are
The
getting dropped.
tips are getting dropped. The G's are coming soon.
I guess they can't get megas, and they can't push through tier 3s, so they might give it one more try.
And this minor format is pretty punishing. You lose that, you got to finish top 2 in your group, and you'll have to win 2 BO3s in a row if NIP want to stay
Who
alive.
else is it?
And this is Group A, right?
Yeah.
How are the groups decided, by the way?
By Valve, I believe.
Yeah, just so you
I
know.
wonder how they decided.
Yeah,
I don't know what the I'm not sure what the
Yeah.
way they constructed them
with
is.
this format, groups are really important.
Yeah.
How you structure the groups.
It's IG and Pain are the other 2 teams in this.
Oh,
And those are
IG,
not
Pain,
freebies at all.
No, they're not. Especially not IG. I really
This
after
should have
watching
been.
them. Yeah.
If you look at the group, this should have been a winnable. Like you'd think, okay, and
this is the game they need to win because they.
Oh god, I just looked at how short the IG versus Pain game was. It was almost under 15.
Oh, what was the combined match? Did they even get to 30 minutes between both games?
They barely. It was a 27-minute game and a 16-minute game for IG.
Okay, so then there's a good chance, like let's say if IG wins the group, then you'd have to play this team that stomped you.
Again, just to make it out of
And
today. It's today, by the way.
You play the
Losers.
lower bracket
Today.
round 1 match today.
Yikes!
So you come off of this game, you got to wait, and then, yeah,
Hope you
good
don't.
luck.
You could just go 0-4 by.
All right, I hear a lot of naysayers, but Nip do get to watch
Yes.
J178
Go against IG.
Go against IG, and then
No,
J178.
that's
No, they
tomorrow.
don't. No,
That's
they
tomorrow.
don't. Winner. They play losers. Yeah.
Oh,
Losers is
they have to
first.
play against Pain. Oh, okay,
Punishing
okay.
format.
It is.
It's
Ooh.
not okay. It's
I
not
like it.
even-
I love watching.
All right, but they do get to do that tomorrow if they make it through today.
if they thanks, Cap.
Got it.
So you
There's the upside. They beat Pain, then they get to watch
Oh,
J178.
Man, if Peter gets eliminated by Pain, the memes are
Oh.
coming back, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, big turnaround potentially,
They got
though.
him.
They
They
are
got
going to
him.
find the Invoker.
He has no buyback.
Deleting him for 2 minutes. Maybe they
Holy
can win
shit.
this fight after all. Can they make something happen with these 2 minutes?
That Reapers is okay. You want
He
to
has no buyback.
Yep. And it was a Reapers, so it's a 2 minutes down.
And
We
they
might-
know it, too.
Yeah.
They're going to start pushing. They're not
do you-
the
do you
fastest
give-
siege lineup, though.
Yeah, they
Do you
can.
play it safe? Like,
How do you push, right?
There
Like
goes your base.
you put like a shaker in front hitting the tower, he just gets RP'd potentially and dies anyway.
Well, they're lucky those siege units.
Dude, their
didn't make
lineup
it.
has so many problems. They just don't have the easiest way to go high ground there either, or force it.
I almost think they had to like
Just
show
YOLO for
one
it?
hero bottom and then like all sit on
And
the
then
high
smoke
ground on
and try and,
triangle
like-
or something. Like yeah, because you need something to change the game, and you know they can't go straight up high ground. There's no Roshan available. I don't know.
Yep.
But they're not.
rough
They don't have
times.
that confidence. NIP have been getting just beaten down these last 15, 20 minutes.
It feels like they get the Reapers kill right, Mag, and then they lose their team. They get the
It is the son
Reapers
of
kill, they die. It is. He's going for it.
Shout out to Owen.
Shout out to OD Pixel, one of the greatest players of our generation, inspiring DPC builds.
The only thing better than his casting.
Yes.
Dude, he
Are
got,
his
to
item
he got
builds.
to 5K playing only Void.
Yeah.
Put some respect on that.
I mean,
game.
I'm pretty sure you could do that now since Void's
Yeah,
the
Void
first
turned into a pretty
first pick
sick
hero
hero.
It's
of
like an
every
instant
game.
plus 1k MMR, but you know, shout out to Owen.
Yep. Oh, well, there's Gunner just dying.
Uh-oh, no buyback for a minute.
Weird.
All right, there's the comeback. Oh wait, never mind. That's Mag on J178.
Yeah.
I just saw 500
The
skewer
skewer, yeah.
range, and I'm like, maybe you can do some skewer into fountain action.
He
Sad
can.
times.
Very importantly, CK does have buyback here as the frontline sieger.
And they have not shown the ability to kill him. I don't think he's even
Once.
thinking about that buyback right now, LD.
He's thinking about a
14-05.
kill back here on Skeeters. Universe is going to go in,
Hey, great
dropping
terrorize.
the BKB and the split
Nice
rather
job.
early in this fight. But Necrophos is silenced up, isolated, getting pounded by Palantimos. Chainfrost a bouncing, in comes the Cataclysm, gets the kill. No
Oh, they're just
buyback on
cleaning
any
house.
of these heroes. CK is no Chaos Knight. He's a
Tell him
Chaos
it's a
King at
50-50.
this point.
Grant.
Even
I
Grant
believe
can't do
it is a 50-50, and it's GG it's called.
That was the shortest 50-50 ever. We had like a quarter of a second, and now it's a 100-0.
Yeah. And I think it's just I hate to say, but I think it's just the ideas about Dota from the teams. One team is playing this kind of we want to win team fights, but that's all we can really do in both games. And on the other side, we're just going to play really fast, and if you make a mistake, we're going to win. I like the drafting from 178 a lot.
I thought NIP's draft this game was better,
Yeah.
but at the same time, as Cap eventually pointed out, and I started to realize too, They really did. It was like single core versus single core.
Yeah.
And
somehow Chaos Knight just challenged Necrophos every fight.
Yeah.
And Necrophos went, a Ghost Shroud?
Yeah.
And then that runs out. Oh,